is an eTalk special event.
It's the epitome of edgy teen television.
Because what? Because I'm gay.
And a legendary show around the world.
We love Degrassi!
Live from the eTalk studios, I go one-on-one with the woman behind it all. Degrassi co-creator and executive producer, Linda Schuyler. Her trailblazing work.
This show is insanely sincere.
And the special moments she'll never forget.
How sweet was that?
Plus, Miley, Daria, Will.
Hey, all the fine folks at Degrassi.
We'll hear from the celeb fans who can't get enough. We're Canada's #1 entertainment show.
eTalk begins right now!
Welcome to a special edition of eTalk live in the eTalk studio. I'm Tanya Kim, and this is one of the most important women in Canadian television.
When I started Degrassi, I just wanted to tell stories that I thought would celebrate diversity. Did I have any idea that it would last? Did I have any idea that it would go to 150 countries around the world? Never.
28 years later, and Degrassi is still going strong. 2 international Emmys, 2 Teen Choice Awards, 2 Prix Jeunesse, 16 Geminis, a Critics' Choice Award, and countless others. The Degrassi franchise is without question a pop culture phenomenon.
Amy, wasn't Degrassi on the End Super Crunk last night?
Called the most provocative show on American television, co-creator and executive producer Linda Schuyler is credited with revolutionizing the landscape of youth programming around the world.
It's a very sincere show, and most shows aren't.
From teen pregnancy,
I'm getting an abortion.
to youth violence, to exploring sexuality, Linda pushes the envelope in a real sensitive way.
It's amazing that a TV show nowadays is able to be on the air and have these kinds of issues, because when I was a teen, you couldn't show this in any capacity.
Books, movies of the week, webisodes, Degrassi continues to break boundaries. And so does Linda, creating other shows including Canada's first primetime soap, Riverdale, Liberty Street, and Instant Star.
I always abandoned the notion of doing a TV show because, for my taste, the best one has already been done. Like, Schuyler created the show, and so, well, what's the point of trying to do the best show? It's already been done.
She has made an incredible impact on youth television, and we're lucky enough that she's here with us today. Everyone, please give a warm welcome to Degrassi co-creator and executive producer, Linda Schuyler. Thank you. So look at this. Wow. All for you, Linda. Oh, don't make me nervous. Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. Okay, so you've had such a successful career, right? Teen Choice Awards, international Emmys, Geminis. When you started Degrassi, did you ever think it was going to be this huge?
Oh my goodness. I think if I had anticipated this is where we would end up, I would have been so scared at the beginning I would have been paralyzed. I don't think we could have done it. Because it was so, our roots were incredibly modest. We worked with neighborhood kids. You probably know my roots were as a school teacher. And
did you guys know that? She was a school teacher.
And it was really the fact that I found that there was nothing in schools that I thought was really talking directly to teenagers gave me sort of the impetus to want to start, you know, the Degrassi franchise, which I had no idea would be a franchise. And but it was a very modest undertaking.
So you mentioned being a school teacher. How do you make that switch from school teacher, classroom to TV, media mogul?
It really did. It was really all driven by the stories. You know, it was only after I had made the jump from school teaching to wanting to tell my own stories for teens that I realized, oh my goodness, we're going to have to start a business. Right. And, you know, because all of that, it's one thing to want to be a storyteller, and then it's another thing to set up a way and have your infrastructure that you actually can continue doing it.
So how did you learn about the medium, actually, like going from, you know, like I said, teaching classes, and then how do you just get into TV and produce and be an executive producer?
Well, I had a great partner at the time who was Kit Hood, and he had, his experience was in television commercials, and mine had been in the classroom. And we used to joke and say, you know, that he was form and I was content. And it was a really nice mixture because he brought with him the technical expertise,
right.
and I had the passion for youth storytelling.
Nice.
So
you were a sponge and you
yeah.
just sucked up all the information.
Totally.
Degrassi, what I love about it, has always really pushed the envelope in terms of content.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you decide how far to push and when to draw the line?
We basically have a mantra at Degrassi that if young teens are talking about it in the schoolyard, if they're talking about it in the locker room, in the mall, we should be talking about it on Degrassi. The trick for us is, where do you, and you talked about drawing the line, it's, you want to be topical, you want to be relevant, you want to speak directly to the heart of what these kids are dealing with, but you don't want to be sensational.
Exactly.
And I think what's helped ground us is we've always worked with a tremendous ensemble cast, and there's like so many of them here today, which is thrilling to see.
And they're real.
And they work with us. We research very thoroughly before we go forward. Each script is taken to a workshop with our young cast where we discuss it. And we always say we will never take an issue and plunk it down on the show. It always has to come from one of our characters, so that it starts from character. And I think that that's been one of the successes, and those characters are with it. We don't bring in day players. No. To be like, you know, the pregnant teen for the week or whatever. Those characters who live through those issues are with us week after week.
Nice.
So we're dealing with consequences and fallout as well.
Well, we mentioned before that you've had a huge impact on youth programming around the world. You've also helped build the television industry right here in Canada, especially for women. So thank you very much. Have a look at this piece of tape.
Okay.
From corner gas to Robson Arms, Linda Schuyler has helped shape some of the most successful women in Canadian television.
They hired me to be their craft services girl, serving food to the cast and crew.
She's my mentor in a huge way, and she's a very, very dear friend.
And 16 episodes of Degrassi Junior High and Degrassi High later, I felt that I could call myself a writer.
Known for giving aspiring writers and actors their first break in the biz, Linda nurtures young talent.
Just want to say a big thank you to you for taking a chance on me.
For just being a role model to me ever since I've known you.
For giving me my first job, for introducing me to my husband.
For taking a chance on a writer with no experience.
What would my life have been if you had never entered it? I don't know. So thank you for your friendship. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry. Anyway, thank you.
Oh, how sweet was that? To see that. Oh my gosh. You're not crying anymore. No. Well, now I'd like to welcome two more people who consider you a wonderful mentor and friend. Degrassi's Stefan Brogren and Nina Dobrev. Wonderful. All right. Okay, guys. Well, Stefan, let's start with you, okay? Because you've been working with Linda since the classic Degrassi days.
I've been around for a while.
Well, okay, yeah. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
So how has she helped mentor your career?
Wow. Well, I mean, I've gone from being a 13-year-old kid who was acting on the show to be a creative producer on Degrassi beside Linda. So, needless to say, she's sort of been there along the line. You know, when I was trying to start, get on the other side of the camera, Linda was really, she really likes to get involved with the kids in a lot of ways to try to mentor them. Trying to produce your own stuff, it's really tough. You don't know what, you don't know what's right and what's left. And Linda made sure that we, if we were going to make our mistakes, we made the right mistakes.
Nice.
So she was there from the beginning.
Did he cause you any trouble?
I'm sure
that's another story. That's another show.
I was 13.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But Stefan's going to be directing for us this year. He's done our minis, and now this year he's going to be on what we call our main stage.
That's great.
Yeah.
So you haven't angered her yet?
Sure I have. It's okay to anger Linda, though, as long as, we show up on the day.
Exactly. Now, Nina, you're not only on Degrassi, but you're also doing more and more film. Congratulations.
Thank you, yeah.
What have you learned from Linda that you're taking into this new venture?
Well, before Degrassi, before I auditioned for it, I really hadn't done too much. And so Linda took a risk with me, and she gave me an amazing opportunity, and I learned so much. I've been on the show for 3 years. Like, it's just, I can't even express how much I've learned. Like, I didn't even know what sides were and what, how any dynamic worked before, and now after 3 years, thanks to Linda, I've learned so much.
Oh, well, it's nice to have you guys here. Don't go anywhere, though, right? Coming up, a few more of your favorite cast members stop by. Plus, we've got Degrassi superfans, the Jonas Brothers, Miley Cyrus, and Will Ferrell. Co-creator and executive producer, Linda Schuyler. Now, not only does Linda make television that's hugely popular around the world, it's got a big fan following in Hollywood, too.
Hey, all the fine folks at Degrassi.
Something about it just sucks you in. You can't stop watching that. All of a sudden, you find yourself, like, crying when that guy gets shot.
Jimmy got shot, man. The first, 5 minutes of the show. Jimmy got shot.
That show is really edgy for coming out when it did.
It's no wonder that A-listers are lining up for a chance to be on the hit series.
You're in Canada now, eh?
My dad was on that show.
Let's giddy up.
A lot of our friends were on that show. When my dad was on it, working in Canada.
I've been a huge fan of the show for years, and I wasn't going to pass up the opportunity, to kind of come in and play myself. It was pretty damn sweet.
It's one of the biggest shows, and as soon as I got the opportunity to come, I was like, yes.
It's a teenage mecca. It's like going to visit the White House, or the Taj Mahal in India. We get to come to Degrassi.
When my kids are having kids, it'll be like Degrassi, the next generation, and people will still be saying nice things about him.
How does it feel to know that so many celebrities just adore Degrassi?
I'm somewhat speechless, I have to say. Yeah, like, if one was thinking about these people when you were actually making the show, I don't think you could actually go forward. But it's so wonderful that we've targeted a show for teens that seems to have a much larger appeal.
Reaches all generations, all cultures.
Yeah.
It's definitely a testament to what you're doing. So who's been your favorite celeb guest star so far, and why?
Oh, that's not fair.
I pick a couple if you like.
I don't have a favorite, but I have to say the experience of working with Kevin Smith was quite extraordinary because Kevin has one of those minds that's like a collector, and it's a rat trap full of trivia. And when he walked on the Degrassi set, he knew the minutiae of details of scenes that had happened. I've never had a set tour that took so long, because he was just remembering all these details, things that I had forgotten. And he was there, here's Kevin Smith, who comes with all his indie cred, and he was there just as a true fan.
Nice.
And such a joy to work with, But all our celebrity guests have been a real joy to work with.
Will some of them be making a return, perhaps?
Oh, we keep in touch. We keep in touch with them all. And it was so funny when Billy Ray Cyrus was on the show. He said, I've done a lot in my life, but the most credibility I've had with my kids was during Degrassi.
It's amazing. Well, you said Kevin Smith might be your favorite, but we haven't talked about my personal favorite yet. So actually, I brought along a quick clip for you to take a look at.
All right, and story time is up. Please put your pens down. Make sure your name is on your paper.
That was tough.
I know, Linda Schuyler! I didn't realize you were such an actress also.
Tanya, I thought you were going to show
the clip that you were in.
No, God, no.
Oh, that was excellent.
No, I much prefer yours. You're great. But actually, now we're going to head over to the audience because Madison, I believe, has a question for you. Madison, what's your question for Linda?
Your work on Instant Star and Degrassi deals a lot with the issues of surrounding teens. So how do you keep in tap with all the issues surrounding young people?
We have so many young writers and so many young performers who are very generous with their ideas and sharing their stories. And we also, you know, we read a lot of what people are talking to us about on our web. And it's very important that we just keep in touch with what young people are talking about. So it's not any one thing, but it's a collection of having just a great young team around us and keeping our ears open.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madison. That was a great question. All right, now still to come on the show, Lauren Collins and Jake Epstein challenge Linda to a lightning round. That's right. Putting you in the hot seat.
Canada's watching CTV.
Welcome back. Well, today we are celebrating Linda Schuyler. She is the woman behind some of Canadian television's biggest hits. All right, Linda, we know that you used to be a teacher, right? But now it's time to put you in the hot seat. And of course, as I mentioned, we've got Degrassi cast members Lauren Collins and Jake Epstein here to take you through our lightning round, which means all you have to do is not think and just spew out the first word that comes to the top of your head.
We just want one word.
Just one word, or just one choice.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready, guys?
We're ready.
Take it away.
Okay, Linda, you ready? All right. The Zit Remedy or Downtown Sasquatch?
Oh, both stellar.
Quickly.
Pick one.
I said both stellar. I'm not going to pick one.
Fair answer.
It's fine for the first question. Who said the first F word on Canadian television?
Bonus points if you know the line.
Stefan Brogren.
And the line?
You can say it.
Shout it out, Linda.
You big Tessa Campanelli.
Wait, say it, wait. Say it again.
You were Tessa Campanelli.
Okay, of all the Next Generation cast members, who is the biggest teacher's pet?
Oh, Jake. Craig.
Really? Okay. Which cast did or should have spent the most time in detention?
Craig?
When in doubt, just say my character, Linda.
You're not allowed to answer Jake for this next question. Who gets the A for style?
Paige.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, final question. Degrassi Junior High or The Next Generation?
Not touching it. Not touching it.
Thank you so much, you guys. We'll leave it at that. Great job.
Good job, Linda.
All right, so now we're going to head back into the audience. We have another question for you, and I believe it's from one husband and business partner, Mr. Stephen Stone, who has a question for you. Stephen, where are you?
Hi, Linda.
Hey, Stephen.
I just wanted to ask, what's it like working with your husband on a daily basis?
Well, you know what's funny about working with your husband on a daily basis? People might think you see each other all the time, and you know, so often I have to wait till I get home and sit on the front porch and find out what my husband's day was really like. Because we spend a lot of time in different places throughout the day. But I have to say, I really enjoy working with my husband.
Oh! And on that note, don't go anywhere. You have more with Linda coming back. Welcome back. Today we're celebrating Linda Schuyler, the woman behind the Degrassi franchise and Instant Star. Okay, so Linda, you've worked with many youth during your career. So when you see people like Brittany, do you ever worry about bringing young people into this business?
I always worry about it. And I think one of the things we've tried very hard to do working with a group of young people is to try and keep them grounded. And I think when you work with a big ensemble cast, it's easier to do. You know, it's not like we have, Degrassi doesn't celebrate individual stars, but Degrassi celebrates more like the ensemble. And some weeks one of our kids will have a main leading role, other weeks there'll be support. And I think that has helped to keep them grounded. Plus, We are Canadian, and Canadians have a different take on celebrity than you find in the States. But I'm really proud of all my young actors.
Absolutely.
I think they've retained their personality and their
I
dignity.
love the kids.
They're
We've
great.
had them on eTalk all the time, and they're amazing.
Yeah.
So. Also, Degrassi has numerous examples of art imitating life, which I really love. For example, the Adamo Marco gay storyline. So how do you know when to go there with these actors? How do you decide when to go there with those actors, and when they're young people themselves dealing with these big issues in real life?
Well, first of all, I mean, a young actor has to feel comfortable working on Degrassi. We would never, you know, we don't normally just throw a big role out to somebody first time up. They have to feel comfortable in the environment, comfortable with the ensemble. And whenever there are issues that are going to be somewhat sensitive, I never just allow them to walk into a read-through and just find out for the first time in the script. They come in and we have a talk about it beforehand and what it is we're trying to achieve. I remember my talks with Lauren when her character was going to face a date rape. And, you know, so together we have just a quiet opportunity to talk about what we want from the story. And again, back to the original that you were talking about, how do you stop it from becoming sensational and keeping it grounded? So I think that those conversations are really important.
Well, you're doing a fantastic job, and don't go anywhere because we have got to take a quick break, but we'll be back with more from Linda Schuyler in just a minute. Welcome back. Linda, thank you so much for being here today. It was a pleasure to have you here, and for all of your incredible contributions to the TV industry. Thank you all at home, and thank you to you guys.